Hi guys, welcome back. This 2000 Gaming again with another reverse 1999 content. So before we start again, if you're enjoying the content for this video, especially in reverse 1999, please do consider subscribing again. We're trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. With your help, that would come into fruition. And if you're enjoying the content, I do really appreciate you guys quite very much. So we're talking about right now the move that I made in the past. I was able to pull for Kakania, and I think it's not a bad idea. Okay, it's not a bad idea. I know that if you go to the main bulletin, right? I'm not sure how do you pronounce this on Main's bulletin or Manis bulletin. So again, go investigate here. I was able to do SS here, not the red SS, but still do a bit of a decent job pulling for SS here. I know we're not up into the numbers. Again, Kakania is one of the characters that can sustain your team, especially on raids, because she can soak up damage and return the damage back to the enemy, which is a really good mechanic to have. And especially if you have like a survival support with healers on Villa, and if you have a very good attacker and a good buffer. So all of the things come into play. And then I do really appreciate how she moves in a sense. Very cool mechanic. She's a bit like what I like about Reverse 1999 is they have different mechanics for different characters, and she's a bit unique. She's the only one character that soaks up damage in a sense and returns it back to the enemy. Um, a really cool character. Like I don't really regret pulling for her now because like I know raids you just don't need to have this SSS ranking because again at the end of the day that's only if you look at these numbers. Where is my numbers? So if you go to the SS, right? So that's only 50. Where's that? There's only 300 points. Okay, there's only 300 points difference here. It's not the big deal, but like if you just want to look at stuff, if you just like if you're like a completionist, I know it's the red is really hard to get, but like I'm lucky enough because I can't really reach. I'm doing this one by the way in auto. Okay, I'm doing this one by the way in auto, and I was able to do auto on this one by using a team. So this would be my team. I'm just gonna use auto here. So like recommended, you need a star team. So this is my team, Villa. So 6 would be buffing, Winsong, and then so on and so forth. So let's just do, I'm not gonna do a full run. I just wanna show you how it goes. So like, I'm not gonna do auto as well. So for example, this one is a really cool gimmick. So one target buff when cast on self recovers HP. So when you cast it on yourself, when you cast it to Kakanya, she recovers HP. But when she casts to other ally, you lose your own HP and then you grant Solace. Solace is an insta buff on attack. Okay, it's crazy. It's plus 300. Let's see that one. Let's get out of here. I just want to show you the Solace here. Let's go. Like, come on. I can't really flaunt what's the meaning of Solace if you go here. So let's go here. Let's go to Kakanya here. So again, my Kakanya is P0, Insight 3, level 60, Resonance 10. I think that's the safest best bet you can. But like if you cannot level up your support, but I feel like you need full levels on Kakanya because like you need a lot of HP and most likely your resonance would be HP resonance so that she has more survivability so that she can return the damage more to your enemy. And if you look at this, so Solace grants the target ally 300 base attack plus on cast and then empathy value times 10 attack. That's crazy. And then it's gonna be like target buff when cast on self recovers HP by 30%. And then when cast on other allies loses own max HP by 15. Creating your empathy so that you can inflict a lot of damage when you use your ego, and super ego. Okay? It's gonna be empathy times 1000%, which is crazy. And then I feel like this one, current empathy, it's not that great of a first skill for me. It's not great of a first skill, but like again, this one is one of her best skills. The second skill, and then the ult. That's just my opinion. And then she will be soaking up the damage, and then gains empathy. And while she's gaining empathy, when you use the ult, she's gonna return all of those empathy back to the enemy and inflicting a lot of damage. Yeah, like for me, P0, she can inflict more than 60,000 damage, which is really cool. Let's just do her like basic mechanic here. So let's go to mains bulletin here. Go investigate. So SS, I know you don't really need to, but again, if you want to see the numbers, if you just want to have like a triple S there for the sake of seeing a triple S, then go ahead. So let's go buff. Let's buff this like super buff, buff win song, and then buff win song, and then hit, and then buff, buff. So she removes like her life and then gives solace to the to Winsong to increase damage. And then I'm always using for Winsong, use this one so that you have precast. Okay, use this big ice here so that it's precast. And you can see once they're getting damage, Kakania is soaking up the other damage that's inflicted. See? Preparation Winsong. That's why there's a precast here. So you can use precast here, and you can use an extra here. You can use debuffs here, and then yeah, I'll just use an attack here so that like I have 2 piece there. So again, it will then increase and improve the survivability of your characters to inflict more damage in your grade run, and especially if you're having a 4-man team, this is really a good. Kakanya is a really good luxury to have. That's just me. People are saying she's a luxury character, but if you have the pulls, if you're a dolphin, or if you see, there's now 2 precast here. So I'm just gonna cast again. Buff. Wait a minute. Let's make it super strong buff. So buff, 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 precast. And then until she has her own. Again, Winsong is really cool because like whenever she has the skills down below, if she has her ult, you don't need to cast the skills. She will automatically cast everything that's down below. So that's that. So I'll be adding another precast here. So see, once she's getting hit, she's getting empathy. So see, there's 2 precasts here. So what I'll do here, I'll try to buff her. I'll try to use this one. And then use this one. So Winsong will use all of the skills that's down below. So fairly good to have in a sense. Like you can last up until 30 turns. You can last up to 30 turns, which is crazy. See, this is the one. Mirror on the wall. Boom, 17k, not bad. Plus she also deals damage in a sense. Like when this raid boss gains more and more when he gets more and more angry, he's gonna inflict more and more damage. So that's Kakanya's time to shine to inflict more damage. Okay? So again with this precast. So let's precast. Precast Winsong again. Precast. Buff. Wait a minute. Let's see. So buff. And then let's buff. And then we'll use it later. And that's just what you need to do. Buff and buff and buff. Like just buff your attacker. And then Vila will just heal herself. Again, precast. Again, always cast this one. The big avalanche here. Like, is it called avalanche? But like, I'm always like, if it's a mountain, you cast that mountain so that you can cast more. Okay? So let's cast here. So precast again. So we'll just use. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's just use this one to inflict more damage. We'll just use this. Okay, inflict. Go here. Just use an attack here. Buff her, and then I'm just gonna use a heal for the sake, just to make her like tanky. So that's it. That's just how I do it. Ooh, 18k. She's getting stronger and stronger. Boom. I should have cast the buff first. Before I did an attack. Wrong move on my part. But it is what it is. It's not a perfect run, but like again, ooh. See? Now, wow, she's gonna inflict a lot of damage. Okay, I'm just gonna buff her again so that she can have lots of damage on her. Buff her, and then uh here. So buff. She's gonna inflict a lot of damage. Hopefully a lot. But we'll see. I'm not quite sure if there's gonna be a lot. 23, it's getting more and more. Again, if the enemy gets stronger and stronger, you're gonna get more damage soaked. And then you can inflict a lot of damage. Boom! 34k, 18k, 20k. Man! So fun. So, yeah, 17k. Ooh! 27k. She also inflicts that amount. So, let's just quit this one. Very cool mechanic to have. I think Kakania for me, I'm happy. Then I want to put her with J Kakania or Isolde with if you don't have, if you want 34, or like, yeah, if you want Villa as well, you can put in J, Isolde, Kakania, and Villa. Those are like cool mechanic to have. Or if you want 34, it's all up to you. So whatever floats your boat. Again, if you look at Kakanya again, she's really cool, man. Like, I didn't really realize how strong she is. Like, she has also insight 1, 2, 3. She's really strong here. So when attack, directs 50% of the damage taken by other allies to Kakanya instead. So whenever Kakanya takes damage, 10% of that damage is stored as empathy. So that's gonna be her empathy. Up to 20% of Kakanya's max HP. Once empathy is full, Kakanya can no longer take the damage. So if it's 20% max HP, she will not take up damage anymore. So you need to be wary. So whenever empathy stores Kakanya's max HP, damage recovers on max HP for allies when being healed. See? When being healed, deals current empathy times 100% Genesis damage to all enemies when she's getting healed. So she inflicts damage, she soaks up damage, and she returns damage, which is really a cool mechanic to have. I do really love her. Her story is a bit sad in a sense, but other than that, like, she's a health service provider as well, inclining to my profession. So I do really love Kakanya's empathy. Again, if you're in a healthcare service, you need to empathize, don't sympathize. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think my decision of getting Kakanya was a good move on my part. So comment down below if you've also pulled for Kakanya. And are you able to pull for her? Comment down below. How are you running her? How are you enjoying her at the moment? I would like to hear from you guys. This is again 2000 Gaming, and this is it for me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Bye bye.